Good evening. So, my personal journey to health and happiness has been a long and arduous one. I used to be overweight and dull and lazy and frankly pretty annoying. I also had a serious attitude problem and I would sit around all day, do nothing, and just expect the world to take care of me. But more seriously, so I started seeking out the true meaning of health and happiness more seriously when a diagnosis in 2009 shook my world a little bit. So today I would like to share with you some surprisingly simple and affordable ways to enjoy that. A lot of conversation around health is centered around food, and obviously food plays a really big role in our life. Organic foods are great, local foods are even better, but it takes a lot more to make an individual truly healthy and well. I also learned that we are all very unique. So when it comes to our dietary requirements, they differ based on our age, our occupation, our lifestyle, our ancestry. So when it comes to health advice, there is no one size fits all, and one person's food can literally be another person's poison. Health experts often tell us to stop eating unhealthy food. You know what that does? Deprivation causes a lot of guilt and a lot of binge eating. So I recommend adding healthy foods to your diet, and your desire for unhealthy foods will naturally fade away. 75% of Americans are chronically dehydrated. So water helps with a lot of processes, from digestion to nutrient absorption. It keeps our skin healthy. So no matter what the circumstance, please never hesitate to reach out for that bottle of water. Breath work is at the core of several Eastern practices such as yoga and Tai Chi and meditation. So the way we breathe doesn't just affect our physical health, but also our emotional health. So slow and even breathing can literally short-circuit our stress response in less than a minute. Relationships also play a huge role in our health. When we are surrounded by loving friends and family, not only are we deeply nourished, but we also get a sense of confidence and well-being. And we all know that hugs and cuddles are great stress busters. Making music, like coloring, it's obviously a lot of fun, but it also has great health benefits. So it boosts your immunity, it's a great workout, and it also gives you an improved body image. So we spend a third of our life working, and if we are unhappy or stressful at work, it will impact our health. So when I was in corporate, I asked myself two questions. How can I make the most of my time here? And what do I really want to do with my life? So not these cats' owners, but most pet owners are healthier. Pets are great mood enhancers. They get us active, they help fight depression, and pet owners are also more socially engaged than not-pet owners. There's a tangible relationship between the life we want and the clutter in our life, because manifestation requires movement, and movement requires the absence of blockages. So we need to ask ourselves, where are we holding on to stuff in our life that is not serving us well anymore, in the body, in the mind, in the home, in the office? The law of attraction says that what you give attention to will grow. So when we get sucked into the fear and paranoia that news channels focus on, it becomes increasingly difficult for us to create and maintain loving and peaceful thoughts and actions. Studies show that people who give gratitude regularly have better immunity, a decreased chance of heart attacks, and neuromuscular disorders. They also sleep better, and they experience less stress and anxiety. So what are a few things that you're grateful for today? Our thoughts are not fluffy and insubstantial things. We create our everyday experiences with the words we speak and the thoughts we think. So self-limiting words such as can't, have to, should, but will create a very different reality than life-affirming words. You know, they say don't take life too seriously, no one gets out alive anyway. So the other day, I was at a bar with my friends and a penguin walked in. I was not drunk. And this penguin, has anybody seen my uncle? So I turned to this penguin and said, I don't know, what does your uncle look like? A famous Zen master once said, if you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you're anxious, you are living in the future. And if you're at peace, you are living in the present. So when we give an active, intentional focus to the present, a lot of problems simply fade away. And one of the best ways to stay in the present moment is through meditation. Research now shows that meditation has benefits on mental health, including a reduction in depression, an increase in emotional positivity, and an increased ability to deal with life's everyday challenges. We tend to underestimate and undermine our body, but if we would just stop giving so much power to our mind, sit still, and tap into our body's wisdom, we would access a healing power so great that it could reverse or prevent all kinds of physical and mental health ailments. And finally, I learned that life is a really long time, and the best way to create lasting change is to pick one really great idea at a time and try it out for a few weeks. So that would be my recommendation to you if any of these ideas resonated with you. And as always, I wish you an abundance of health and happiness.